Alright, hello everybody. So this is going to be a VOD review of my friend Kyle. Normally when me and my friends play together, I play main tank, but I had to work, so he had to pick up the slack. He has given me full free reign to be as positive or as toxic as I want to be, so hopefully we can all learn something and we can have some fun. And anyway, so we're gonna watch his Reinhardt gameplay and see what he does right and what he does wrong. So here we go. Hope you enjoy.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. No need to mess about.
Okay, so first of all, right off the bat, you're kind of holding your shield for unnecessary damage. Even the Junkrat stuff, it's really not, like, at least ideally, it shouldn't kill anybody. Like, it's coming from pretty far away. They should be able to get out of the way. You're basically just soaking needless damage, and you're already 300 HP down on your shield going into this first fight. You want your shield to be as healthy as possible when the actual engagement starts. So if they're going to be spamming in with Junkrat and stuff like that, if I'm the main tank, I'm just saying, okay, we're just going to like use cover, like back up a little bit. Like we're not going to be dealing with this. Like if it's an Orisa shield, that's different. You plop it down and then you have one coming up on cooldown. But Reinhardt's, it takes a while for it to recharge. So you got to be prioritizing your shield health. We're going to turn this down a little bit, actually. Not really sure why you even walked towards the statue there. There's really no reason for you to be there, and it then just opens up a line of sight for the enemy to get you or to get one of your teammates. Alright, so right here, first of all, don't 1v1 a hog. Like, I know your Lucio's there, like, whether he stays or not, like, this is just kind of a losing battle, honestly. Like, he has way higher damage, especially from close range, which is where you need to be as a Reinhardt to even do your damage to begin with. And also, apart from that, you have taken yourself away from the front line of the fight. And look at that, I mean, like, your McCree's already dead, but your Moira is, it's not shown up in the kill feed yet, but your Moira's dead too. And this possibly could have been avoided if you were still in the front line. Don't be peeling for the back line as a main tank. Leave that for the off tank, for the other support, for the DPS. Like, it's not really your job. Your job is to hold that front line, because if you collapse, then the rest of the team is screwed. And there you have it. You're dead. He did like 200 damage from a point blank shot on you. So you pushed a little bit too far forward there, especially like because they have like the flank going through the bookstore and everything. If you're like pushing far forward and then you're kind of sitting there holding your shield in the middle of the road, you're really not blocking really much of anything except for yourself. And with you being out in the middle, it opened up a line of sight for the Junkrat there in between the bookstore and between your shield. So that kind of led to it kind of led for a lot of big damage and obviously problems because you've lost 2 people now. So just make sure that you going forward, like obviously use your shield along with natural cover, because you want to make it as difficult as possible for the enemy team to do any kind of damage to your teammates and to yourself, of course.
Helden sterben nicht.
Not sure why the Mercy used her res there.
Much obliged.
And you see, once again, you're literally just sitting here blocking useless damage. Like, if you don't want to take damage, then go around one of the corners and wait for the rest of your team to respawn. And if you do want to take damage, like that's fine too, because that'll give your healers ultimate charge. And and obviously, like, you know, like right now, like they don't need it because they both have their ultimate, but it's something to look out for as well. So like right now, like the one thing that I need to work on myself as well is that I prioritize my regular health above my shield health, when actually it should be the opposite direct. It should be the other way around. You should be prioritizing your shield health before your actual health. Like obviously, don't let yourself die, but your regular health can be just healed up by your healers. Your shield health is all on you, and the moment you flash your shield again, it's going to reset that timer for when your shield starts to recharge, which it takes a couple seconds for that to happen. So now before this fight has even begun, you are going to be pushing into a lot of damage here, and you only have 1,000 health on your shield. Like that's going to be that's a losing battle right there. So I see what you're trying to do there. You're basically just kind of hoping to God that for whatever reason the Sigma is going to drop his shield and then you can get a juicy shatter there. But like the moment that your shield dropped, or even when your shield got to like 200 HP like it was and you pushed up, I would have been just moving off to your left to the corner to little room there, like the corner or whatever, ducking out of their line of sight. Because like I said, you want to make it as hard as possible for them to kill you. You just standing there in the middle, like you've pretty much telegraphed, like even people who are in bronze, like at 1000 SR, could probably have picked up that you have your shatter. Like your shield's dead, and you're just basically looking for the Hail Mary play at that point. So just duck behind cover. You know, the payload still has a little bit of distance to go. It's not like you guys absolutely had to be contesting or anything. Just duck behind cover for a couple seconds, let your shield charge up again, and then recontest. And then your healers and everyone else probably has some of their cooldowns back as well. Instead, you just kind of stood there, you took all the damage, and you got yourself killed. And that just can't happen. As a main tank, you need to stay alive. You are like you're the linchpin that keeps everything moving together. So next time if that happens, if your shield breaks like that, like whether it's Reinhardt or Orisa, whatever, make sure that you have some kind of a route of escape and you're not just caught out in the middle. Like right here, you did have a route of escape. You could go to the left and be in that little room there, and then you're out of their sight and they can't kill you. But instead, you just kind of sat there and you let them kill you, and you gave them ult charge, and now this fight's just done.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Still kicking.
Did he already? I think he had already popped his deflect, and you threw out the fire strike anyway. Like it's pretty bang bang, so it's kind of a nitpick, but I guess just pay attention to something like that. All right, let's bring this back a little bit here. This shatter is good, but then what you do next is bad, and I'm gonna just point it out here. Good shatter, great shatter, especially if you called it out with your teammates, which I don't know if you did or not because I can't hear comms. Bad, 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 bad. First of all, you're charging a Roadhog who is not at low health, so he's just going to be able to heal himself up. And you are going to, when this charge ends, you are going to be way back there. You're going to be way out of position. Like if you live through this, like this is honestly going to be a miracle, or it's just like your teammates basically saved your ass, basically. Like this is a catastrophic mistake right here.
I'm just getting.
Yeah, that was basically like, yeah, you got into the kill feed twice, but that was basically your team distracting them enough to where they couldn't just focus you, because you should have been dead there, honestly. I will say though, I've been pretty negative so far, but I will say that your fire strike usage is very accurate. Like it might be more accurate than mine, honestly. So yeah, keep up the good work on that. Like you usually seem to get like some pretty good value out of that cooldown, and that's one that's like the most important thing for Reinhardt is getting value out of fire strike, because that's how you build fast shatters.
Move to the beat. Come on, face me.
See, now that was much better. Like you were using the wall, you were using the corner there for cover, so you're making it really difficult for them to like they can't get anything through there. Like they have to get through your shield. So that was much better than even from, just like a couple fights ago.
The data pool increases. Thanks for me.
Touch from afar.
Damn.
Get in there.
Do I have your attention yet?
I genuinely have no idea why they were still investing ults. Once again, same thing. Good shatter, and this time you followed it up like you did the fire strike and everything, but then you go for a charge, and like look at that. Like even if like that hog isn't there, you are going to be going so far forward, and if you get one kill, like okay, that's good, but now you're surrounded by three different people. So like I mean, yes, like it is normally the rule of thumb to like to go for a charge once they start to get up, because you can start building charge for your next ultimate. But you have to be looking at like the actual situation, and like that was obviously just not that was not a good situation to be trying to charge there. You'd be taking yourself way out of position. Not to mention there's a roadhog there, and he just gets an easy hook on you, like just like that. I don't know why you're going backwards. You should definitely be up in front by your Zarya there. There's no reason for you to be going backwards. And like if they hook someone here and someone dies, it's your fault. Plain and simple.
Repairing the damage.
Like you're giving up so much ground here. Like why are you doing this? Why are you going back so far? You had that corner there that you could go behind, or you had the next corner by the health pack room that you could go to as well. But you just like go behind both of them. I don't understand. There was nothing that was threatening you or anything. Like your shield is completely healthy. I there's no reason to be doing that. Like that this was just bad.
You might want to.
Don't worry, my friends. I am your enemy is back from all.
It was a nice push up with the brig.
Fire at its will.
Once again, backing up, and I don't know why. You're at 460 HP. You have a full shield. Why are you backing up? Especially because like you were pursuing, but now all of a sudden it's looking a little bit dicey. Like they need you in this fight right now. You're still back here. You're literally doing nothing. Why are you just staring at this ball? Like, seriously, you've done absolutely nothing for like 5 to 10 seconds now. And that was probably your worst chatter so far. Like I I imagine like maybe you were thinking like, oh shit, like I have like not done much in this fight or something, and so you felt like you had to kind of like do something or try to turn it by yourself. But like at that point, I would have just like either backed up or just died, and then we reset. Like if anything, at that point, like I probably would have just backed up. But yeah, you should have been like at the front line. I don't know why you backed up to the cart. There was nobody contesting it or anything like that. And even if there was, like there wasn't anymore. Like you needed to be back up there. That's the that's the lesson of it. I'm pushing this. I'm not trying to be a dick about it because but I'm just trying to say is like it's important. Like you're the main tank. You need to be in the front line. And like there's a good chance that this fight was lost because you just weren't there.
I'm under attack. I meant to do that.
Not give up the fight.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Okay, we're gonna skip forward a little bit.
Defend objective.
Barrier activated.
It's got really loud again. You definitely tunnel vision quite a bit. Like it looks like you just kind of like you see people in front of you, and you just kind of want to swing at them. And yes, like this will build quick shatters, but at the same time, like the team is dependent on you to keep them healthy, just like you are dependent on them to keep you healthy. So like if you're just like going around and swing away Merle, then like your teammates are kind of screwed because they need their shield and everything, and you guys are running a little more brawly comp and everything here. So yeah, just so like yes, being aggressive is good, but like especially if you're like going off like behind corners and everything, like trying to chase kills, like that's where you need to start trying to dial back the aggression a little bit and be a little bit more passive to provide some sort of protection for your team. Also to stay in line of sight of your healers, that too.
I'm overloading!
Oh, this is my jam.
This is not over!
Allow me to repair the damage.
Come out and face!
Being over here is like if this is kind of like a comms issue, like you guys were trying to say like okay, let's go to the right or something, then it's not really your fault. But right now, like you and your Zarya are just kind of like sitting over here while the rest of the team are on the other side of the bus. Like if like at a higher rank, like you know they're probably dead or you're probably dead. One of the two. Don't let the shield die. It takes 5 seconds for it to come back off cooldown. The moment you see it hit like 100 health or so, like you really got to start looking to get rid of that. Like you need to drop it. Okay.
Get in there. You might want to keep your I am taking the objective. Barriers
Very effective!
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
The payload runner might group up with me. Come over here.
Still kicking!
fire at will.
Come out and face me!
Enemy turret's not gonna bother.
There's really no reason for you to be holding your shield there. It's kind of a nitpick, but like everybody's dead. Even if somebody is around to like kind of shoot at you, like they're not going to kill you or anything like that. So just drop it. You know, start moving forward with your Zarya and your Lucio to try to hold them before they can recontest again.
Rest anymore.
Get into position.
I love it. I love it. You love to see it as a fellow Reinhardt player. You love to see that open up for you. Yeah, that's a beautiful sight right there. It was a nice flank too. By the way, I don't know if that was calculated with your team or what, but that was definitely really nice. And they didn't check their corners and they're paying for it. So nice job. Now here is an example where like that was a good charge. Like first of all, they're all kind of far away from you, so yeah, you want to close the distance and get in on there. They're also like it's almost guaranteed you're going to get a pick there, and also like the end of your charge is not going to take you very far away from the rest of your team. Like look at where your Zarya is. Like she's just right there. Like the other charges that you were doing were taking you not only behind like a wall or like behind some kind of cover, which was taking you out of line of sight of your healers and your off tank maybe, but they were also like sending you way too deep in the enemy territory. So this was a much better charge on like pretty much every way possible.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Very nice fight. You guys won that fight because of that shatter. Very nice.
Get into position.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
That one you guys should have communicated a little bit better. Like you were chasing the hog for a good like 3 to 5 seconds. Like it definitely should have been communicated like, hey, he's going up top, and yeah, Mike should not have died there. It's not really a your fault thing. It's just kind of like the team in general. Like it needed to be communicated better. Like, hey, hog's up top. Like, and Mike should still be alive right now.
Suiting up.
I will not give up the fight.
Fire at will.
You're so lucky you're alive. Okay, you're dead. So let's go back really quick. It's learning time. So right here, you're popping the shatter, but you're only at like 170 health. Like, if this Bastion's paying attention, like you should be dead. Like you're super lucky that you got this off. Like right here, like honestly, like I would be, because like they don't have like like an actual like shield tank, like main tank. Like they have a Sigma, but that's about it. But the Sigma shield is like probably the easiest one to get around getting an Earth Shatter around. So like right here, like because like the cart is right there, like I would just be using the cart to shield yourself from the Bastion, get yourself topped up, and then you can maybe look to try to pop the shatter. Like this one, like you're being really opportunistic. Once again, kind of looking for that hero play. It looks like, and I mean it's gonna work out, but just know that like it probably shouldn't have. Like you, like I said, you probably shouldn't have lived through this. This hammer shouldn't have connected.
Bob, do something.
Back into the fray.
This will restore you.
Like you end up going for the charge anyway, but why didn't you just go for the charge right away on him? Like you burned all your cooldowns trying to kill him. Like you could have just gone for the charge and been done with it right then and there. Once again, you're pretty lucky that you're alive. It's honestly more on the Bastion that you're still alive, more so than it is on you. You actually knocked him off with a hammer. That's cool.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
Okay.
Initiate
Valeu.
Ready for
Don't.
battle.
I can't wait to get into the fight.
Audio medic. Ooh.
Yes.
5, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Shield taking damage.
Nice aggression on that fight, especially because they don't have a lot of time.
60 seconds remaining.
But then, what the fuck is this, Kyle? Come on, man. You are a much smarter player than this to be doing something like this and thinking it's okay. This is once again like you're challenging a hog. First issue. Secondly, you're completely cut off from your healers, and thirdly, what does this do for you? Like you're not going to win this fight, and you're just going to get yourself killed. And this is probably the dumbest thing you've done all game. Like if I'm being totally blunt, like this is like something that you'd see in like silver, not in plat.
That's my fault.
Still kicking. Not as
30
young.
seconds remaining.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this fight is lost because you chased that roadhog. Like if you're alive, it's a fair fight, and I mean like if you lose, like yeah, like you lose a fair fight, like and that happens. But like now, like this one is completely on you. So don't chase roadhogs and don't get super tunnel vision like this, especially if it's gonna cut you off from your healers like it did.
My ultimate is charging.
10 seconds remaining.
They must not get far.
I will not give up the fight.
Stop the payload. Overtime.
Don't.
I require assistance.
Utilisation sanctuary.
Allow me to repair the damage.
This fight was lost, and it's not just you, it's everybody who threw their ults in there. The sound barrier, I understand, it's kind of on reaction, but Barrage can get some pretty quick kills in there. But the Shatter was super optimistic, and then throwing in the Diva Bomb on top of that was also just kind of going for a hero play. Just hold on to your ultimates and win the next fight, honestly. Like this, if they were to like keep rolling with this payload, then like this one would have stung even more. Like I know they don't because I already watched the game once, but yeah.
Огонь по готовности.
Hey, Stobie ate that grab though. I know he let you guys know about that.
Still more to my tale.
There's a nice shatter there at the end.
3 to 4. Switching sides. Initiating. 4, 3, 2, 1. Attacker incoming. Defend objective A.
Let's get you healed up.
Your fix of it. Taking heavy fire.
That was a pretty bad charge. I don't know if Brian was supposed to like give you a bubble or something like that when you went in there, but even with a bubble, you're probably dead anyway. Especially if you don't hit the bastion there, which you missed him. So if you're going for the mercy, then like I guess that's understandable then. But yeah, that was just like ill-advised. You look like you kind of went in there alone. I don't see where Stovey is or anything, but yeah, that could have been done better.
They're still fighting me yet.
You went behind cover, good, but you went behind the wrong cover. No, if this is if this is like I'm not sure what SR you are in open queue, but if this is like even like high plat or like diamond, you're dead. Like they're going to pursue you, they're going to come at you, and you can't go back to the left because you're gonna get killed by the bastion, and you can't go to the right because that's gonna take you even farther out of position. So you went behind cover, yes, but you went the wrong way. You should have gone back to the left around the wall there and just waited for your teammates. Like, yeah, if this was like 500 SR higher, you're probably dead. And you peek anyway, and you just die. Why? Why did you do that? What did you think was going to happen there? They have a bastion. You're not going to get a kill there.
Wait for me!
This is my will.
This is once again you just really trying to go for that like super optimistic play, like that hero play. Like they have a bash. I mean a Reinhardt and a Sigma. There's no way that they're gonna let you just like waltz up and just get a cheeky shatter like that. Like I know you're just trying to break it open and everything, but like you gotta be a little smarter about it than just trying to go for the hero play all the time. And that's like the third time that I've seen you try to do something like that in this match.
Take cover!
Helden sterben nicht.
They're still fighting me yet.
Let's get patched up.
60 seconds remaining.
Привет.
Getting better.
Get into position. Barriers on. Физкульт, привет. Enemy contact.
See, you've got to be the one that goes first there. Like you just have to be. Like I know it's terrifying. Like that's a lot of poke damage and everything, and you like the last thing you want to do right now is die. But like you guys have got to go, and you got to figure out like some kind of plan, and you got to be the one that goes first. Fred's sound barrier was huge there. That was like MVP play of the entire game. Like that was absolutely massive. Well done, Fred.
10 seconds.
Make every second count! Crush their defenses!
Overtime. Escort the payload.
Barrier activated.
Your covers.
Kyle, what was that? Oh man, that was yeah, that was like a bumper shatter, but it wasn't quite a bumper shatter because you can see through the window that the Reinhardt's right there. So yeah, like yeah, just you gotta clean up. Like you've had some really nice juicy shatters, but you kind of gotta be a little smarter with the other half of them. And I don't know what the hell that was. Like you get a kill, cool, but the fact that you're not dead is a miracle. Like oh man, you should be dead like 10 times out of 10 there. Like I don't know how you lived. Like this is once again like kind of just on the Bastion being a donkey more than it is like you being elusive or something like that. Like you yeah. Don't do that. Please never do that again.
Again! Again!
Payload moving.
And Stoby with the huge diva bomb.
Yeah! Ah, no fair!
Fire at will.
I don't really know what that grav was supposed to do. I mean, like, I guess, like, Brian's thinking, like, well, like, we're literally in, like, last fight, like, we have to win here, so, like, I'm just gonna dump my ult. But, like, yeah, like, I really don't know what that grav is supposed to do. It was literally just the Bastion. The Bastion's not gonna move anyway.
Behind you. Allow me.
Once again, kind of like the Genji deflect from earlier, like, the Sigma has his suck already activated, and he had it activated for a little bit there, and you still just threw a fire strike in there anyway. Like that's like that. Just be a little like your accuracy is great, but just be a little smarter with how you use it. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, like look at what your shield health is at right now. Like you should, especially when you're just like when both teams are kind of posturing like this, you need to be like behind the payload because it's infinite cover, it's an infinite shield, and you need to be letting your shield charge back up for when the actual engagement starts. Like right now, they're just whittling down your shield basically for free. Like they're not fighting you yet, but they're still getting a value out of this, and you're allowing them to. So this is once again kind of like what I said at the beginning, and I'm gonna reiterate it again. Prioritize your shield health above your regular health. Like obviously if you're about to die, then yeah, flip your shield up. But if you're not, like you're healthy right now, you're 500 HP, and now so is your shield. The difference is that your shield is only at a third of the health it's supposed to be at. So yeah, just use the payload, use that natural cover that's moving right along with you, let your shield charge up, and then when this actual engagement starts, you're going to be in a much better position to defend your team to help you win this fight, and maybe you go on to win this game.
Surrender.
that's super unlucky that you got caught. Like if that was like that was either like just super unlucky for you or super heads up play by the enemy Sigma.
Still kicking.
And that's it.
Victory.
Okay, so yeah, that was the game. I hope that you picked up some things here. This one's kind of long, so I apologize for that. But it was a pretty long game. It was 24 minutes long. So so yeah, I would just say really try to tone it down. Going for those hero plays all the time, and like trying to go for like that like gigantic juicy shatter that's just gonna like win the fight. You know, just like that. You know, it's pretty rare that that actually like happens. That just think about when you're using your fire strike. Like for the most part, like I said, that's probably like the best part of your game is your fire strike accuracy because you do usually get value out of it. But just kind of be a little bit more aware of the situation. And obviously, like if you do land a fat shatter like you did a couple of times, know when it's okay to charge or not. Like I know you don't have a lot of time to like be thinking about it like in the actual game, but if you have to, maybe like look back like on some of your games and like when you get a shatter, like just kind of like ask yourself like, okay, would it be okay to charge here or would it not? So until you kind of like understand that, like I would just say like maybe like try to refrain from going for risky charges until you start to understand what is like what is like a safe charge to do and what is not. Because like if you could do that, like then that would probably bump you up at least a good couple hundred SR, like just like that if you were to continue playing main tank. But anyway, I hope this was educational for you and for anyone else who watches it. I hope it was entertaining. And yeah, I am exhausted now, and I'm going to sleep. So, all right, good night, guys.